this is Lilo, Headbangers Lifestyle, and I'm here at the Alcatraz Festival, and here with me is the really famous Belgian photographer, Tim Tronckoe, right?
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, everybody knows you from your magnificent, amazing photos you do with famous artists. And now you have a book release really soon in September. First of all, why a book release?
Why a book release? I've been working in this business professionally for almost a bit over 10 years. And I decided I need to put a crown on that. And how can I do that better? Because I'm a big fan of art and classical art and all the old paintings, the paintings, the portraits of kings and queens. I really love that. I've always loved that. So all of a sudden I had the idea, hey, why can I not combine that with all the people that I know in music and see if they want to be part of this? So then I reached out to, that was about 3 years ago, I decided to reach out to two people actually, Miles Kennedy and Michael Starr, because they were going to be in the area somewhere in October, November. And I just asked them the question, hey guys, I have nothing to show you because you would be the first guys for this project, but I just want to try it and see where it takes me. And they were very open, very welcoming to it. So what did I do? I just had some of these Renaissance rough colors designed, and I just brought them to the shows, and I just present them with these pieces of clothing, with these outfits. And I was like, would that be something you would be willing to do? And Michael Starr, he was like, I want to go for the big white one.
Oh!
Because that's the most spectacular one, and I knew that he was going to go for that one. So we were able to shoot a very interesting, Caravaggio style portrait. And then we had Miles Kennedy as well. He wanted to go a little more subtle on it, but still he wanted to be part of it. So we just lit him beautifully, like a bit of a painting without losing his real image, who he is.
Mm-hmm. So you put famous musicians into a old historic scenery as well,
true.
Together with all the outfits, old figures, historical figures.
Mm-hmm.
Was it easy to get it all moving, because you have so many different artists living all over the planet?
Yeah.
So how did you organize the whole thing?
Well, once I had these first two pictures of Miles Kennedy and Michael Starr, and they gave me their feedback. They were like, Tim, if you're going to take your time, 3 years, you're going to shoot as many people as possible. This is going to be such an exclusive, unique project. Just go for it. And once I had that, I was like, okay, I'll give myself 3 years, and then it needs to be done. So then all the organization started, all the arrangements, all the contacts. So I just contacted everyone that I knew, some people that I didn't know personally, and but mostly my friends. And they were all open. They were all very open to it and also very welcoming to it. And we started organizing the date, because that's very tricky, of course. Yeah. Because for most artists, I just waited for them to come to Belgium for a show, and then we just did the pictures in 15-20 minutes. Just when they were here in Belgium or in the Netherlands or in Germany, pretty close by. But for the big shoots, of course, the big ones with Elisa from Arch Enemy, Simone from Epica, Agnete from Jerv, Sharon from Within Temptation, and so on, I wanted them to come to Belgium so we could spend one full day shooting the pictures, so I could have the outfits, the dresses especially designed for them, which we also did. So they just sent me their measurements, or we went to them to take their measurements, and then I had some people design beautiful outfits for them.
Yeah.
So that was one part, of course, the outfits. But then, of course, I did my research in the meantime, because I wanted to get deeper into the old masters and painters like Caravaggio and their style, how they acquired their style, and how could I translate that into photography. And that was pretty challenging, but it was a very good school for me, actually. Yeah. So, and then of course I needed to gather my team, our hairstylist, makeup artist. Yeah, indeed, you all need that, and the location.
Where did you do the photo shoot?
Most of the big shoots were in my hometown, actually, of Ghent. Ghent is a medieval city. It has all these different styles, all these different locations that are open to use. You can rent them, and you can just do whatever you want in there, photo shoot wise, of course. Yeah. So we shot Simone in one of the big cathedrals in Ghent. We shot Elisa in one of the big city palaces in Ghent, just like Charlotte as well from the Lane. And some of them were also shot in studio, and then we just built our own sets in studio.
Okay.
Which also worked, which limits you a little bit, of course, but it was still very cool to try to do a couple of different things with the different lighting, different setting. And they all loved what we were doing. So it was cool to have people on my team, all the artists who knew my work, who knew me personally, and I think that connection, that relationship really helped in creating these stunning images.
Yeah. And who do you think you took out of the comfort zone the most, you think?
I think, well, that's a good question. I think for the guys in Slayer, that might have been a little different because they don't always get a question, hey, you want to be in a historical project, I think. So I just, at first, originally, it was not my idea to have Tom Araya and Carrie King in this project. But so I just left the idea there. I left it there to rest. And then it was somebody else who was like, Tim, you're shooting this project. How cool would it be to have something, a bit of a surprise? And they're like, who would expect Tom Araya and Carrie King to be in a book like that? Like, okay, I'm just going to ask and see what happens. So their management replied immediately. They're like, okay, I'm gonna ask and we'll see what happens. And one day later, she told me, yeah, the Tom and Carrie want to do it, so you can just go to the show in the next week, in a day or 2, 3, and just shoot the pictures there. And I didn't want to dress them up, actually. I just wanted these pictures to be very dark, so just like a beautiful Caravaggio portrait where you have lots of shadows. So I just wanted them to look away from the camera as well, because I really wanted this mysterious look. So I had them look away, just lit it even from the other side, so their faces are pretty dark, and they fit wonderfully in the book, because on the one hand you have these very rich costumes and these rich pictures full of color, and on the other hand you have tons of images that are very dark and very minimalistic, actually. So, and I think that combination works very well, else it would just be boring. Now it's always a good combination, it's always something new. Yeah.
Will there be also liner notes in the book, or is it just photos?
And just photos, yeah. So I just, that was the general idea. I just wanted the pictures to speak for themselves. Yeah. Because if I always started from this point of view, like when you go to a museum, you have the images there, you have the paintings there, and then just the name, who made it, and who is it, what do you see in the picture, just that. Yeah. And I wanted to have the same feeling a bit. So one page the picture, the other page who is it, and that's it. And the foreword, the preface, has been written by Elisa, so that's the only real text that is in the book. So Elisa from Arch Enemy was so kind to spend some time when she was on tour writing the foreword, and in that she actually explains a couple of things. She explains our relationship, Elisa and I, and also her background in art history. And it's very well written, so if you want to read it, I'm not going to publish it online, of course. You need to get the book, of course.
Of course, yeah. So that's the main thing. Because we have, I can show a little bit. This is your flyer.
Yeah.
This is Alicia from Arch Enemy. She looks gorgeous, for sure.
Yeah, the dress was designed by a girl from Bruges who actually does a lot of latex outfits. It was also a very historical outfit. So I just asked her the question: would you be up to would you be up for it to join this project and design something for Elisa? Yeah. She was like, this project sounds so cool. Yeah. Let's do it. So then we just went to Antwerp to a show where she was performing. We just took her measurements there, and then 7 months later, something like that, we shot the pictures.
Yeah. It's a very. I'm guessing. This costs a lot of money. Make everything and so on. Are you sponsored, or is everything?
No, everything is done myself. Yeah,
out of passion, out of.
Yeah, out of passion. Like financially, I did every shoot myself. I financed everything myself because I really wanted this to succeed. Yeah. So I was like, I'm not going to cut on some expenses just to have a lesser product. I just wanted to go for the maximum that I could take out of this. And I think because of that, because I don't really care about the money. The money is secondary, I think. But the whole process, preparing every photo shoot, has been so time consuming on the one hand, and so it took so much of my energy. Yeah. But on the other hand, what is most important is that it was so cool to do. Yeah. I love organizing shoots. When a band contacts me to do some new album shoots, I'm always very cool with that, because I love the process of organizing it. And for this, it was a personal project, so I loved it even more because it was something for me. It was something I was going to put my name on, clearly. So I just loved that, and I didn't really care about that money, because who cares about money?
No, exactly. Yeah. There's going to be an exhibition as well, so book release exhibition, September 28th.
Yeah.
Is the book release?
Yeah, so we combined the opening of the exhibition with the book release, the official book release. So we're going to have the book 1 week earlier, because I just shot here at Alcatraz one final portrait for the book. the last one.
Who
that
is
one
it?
is it's you'll see when you get the book. His name is it's a guy. His name is already in the trailer that I put on. So if you pause it quickly enough, because it's a pretty fast trailer, you might spot his name somewhere.
Okay.
And then so what we combined at the 28th of September with the exhibition opening to the public, and then it lasts only 2 weeks because I just wanted to have it 2 weeks, like nice and short and nice and powerful. I don't want it to last for 1 month. I just want it to be like in 2 weeks that everyone can have a chance to see all the portraits. Because if you want to come to the exhibition, it's in Ghent, my hometown in Belgium. It's also cool because most pictures that you see there are also in the book, but there are also some pictures that are not in the book.
Okay.
So if you want to have the full package, actually you need to see the book and see the exhibition.
Yeah.
I think.
And how do you get tickets for the exhibition?
It's all for free.
It's
free
all for
entry.
free? That's good.
Free entry. Yeah.
And how can people pre-order the book actually?
Yeah, you can just go to my website, which is my name, timtronckoe.com, and then you can just go to my web store where you can pre-order. It's only 1 book per order because I want to give everyone a chance to buy the book. And
how much is it going to cost?
It's 65 euros. So yeah, it's I think it's a nice price for an art book, and because it also a big share of the benefits is going to a good cause, which is Psychosenet. It's a Dutch word, in English Psychosisnet, which is actually a Dutch organization which has also found its way in Belgium, like since a couple of years, and it supports people who are struggling mentally. So they don't really provide that right kind of help, but they guide people towards the right kind of help, and a lot quicker, because there are such long waiting lists in mental health care worldwide and also in Belgium, unfortunately. And they're actually an organization which is completely independent, so they don't rely on any funds of the government. So I was like, that is the organization that I'm going to support, because I was always considering in these 3 years, which good cause am I going to support? Which field am I going to search into? And I found this organization because when I'm a teacher and I see it every day, I see pupils, I see young people struggling every day. So that was one aspect of it. But when Jill Jennings died, of Huntress, the singer of Huntress, she took her own life. She was struggling with her own demons. That made it pretty clear to me that I had to support this kind of organization. So that's exactly what I went for. Nobody could divert me from that anymore. That was exactly what I was going to support. Because I know in this music, everyone it's pretty dark. Metal music can be pretty dark, and the fans love it as well. The music, they find strength in the music. How many times do you hear people say, "You saved my life because of your music"? So I was like, this is the kind of field that I want.
As well.
Indeed. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, in a way.
In a way, yeah. Well, you're always very busy at Alcatraz making photos from the artists that are playing here. So that's what you usually do, and of course live photography. But is there anything you want to go for after this big project, or is it like, okay, now I go back to normal, or is there anything on your bucket list?
Sleeping in for a year. Getting some rest. No. Absolutely not. I don't really like to rest too much, but there's always something boiling up and you're like, hey, like brewing, what can we do next? But first I want to make sure this book sells well and that the people accept it and they welcome the book and that they are open to the pictures, that they get some time to take it in as well, to see the exhibition. And after that, I'm probably going to see what happens. I might just go back to my concert photography and just my band photography, which I've always done and which I've never stopped doing, which I am going to do. But maybe there is another idea coming up. Maybe I want to make this maybe there's a second chapter to this book. I don't know. We'll see. And because I have had some bands already who are like, oh, that's such a cool project, is there still room for me? I'm like, not now, our pages are full, but or maybe something completely different. So I don't know yet. It's time will tell.
How many pages is the book?
180 pages.
Okay.
So we have about 50 artists who did a photo shoot for this book.
Is there maybe one person you really love to get in front of your lens?
Oh, if one of the guys, like if Gene Simmons ever was up to, like in his costume with his big Renaissance collar, like take this dark portrait of him, I'd be very open to that.
Nice.
But for now, not yet.
No.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. Well, thank you very much. Good luck with this whole project.
Absolutely.
Finishing it. And
thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for watching Headbangers Lifestyle. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Thumbs up, and we see you soon. Rock on!